Hello, everyone. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up. And it is Tuesday night at 8. So it is time for Later with Lori. Because normally we're doing lunch with Lori. I'm sorry, technology is not showing me if anyone's here. And I was trying to figure out another way. Let me see if I can go in another way to see, because I won't be able to see your comments. Aha, I think that might work. Hey, there we are. Hey, Thelma, found me again. There you go. Hi. Yeah, really, Deborah. My goodness, how you been? Oh my goodness, guys. It is a crazy time right now in my studio, let me tell you. All right, good. I couldn't see the chat. And I'm like, oh, I like chatting with you while we're stamping together. So we had to figure that out, right? Okay, so let's do just a little bit of housekeeping and then we will jump right into our project. It's gonna be a little different tonight. I have one pre-designed and one partially designed we're gonna do together. Hey, Christy. Hi again. I know you can't get enough of me tonight, right? It's crazy. So just a reminder that the 35 special for the starter kit launched today. You can either choose 35% more in product, which, hey, who doesn't love more Stampin' Up product, right? Or you can get a 35% discount on the starter kit price. So you typically get 125 in product for 99. You can get that same 125 product of your choice for $64.35. Or you can bump up the amount of product that you get to $168.75 worth of product of your choice for just the 99. No shipping, but local taxes charged. Okay, so that's a great deal. And in case you needed just a little bit more incentive to come on board and become a stellar stamper with us, today Stampin' Up launched the online exclusives that will be released to our customers on November 7th. But as a demonstrator, I can pre-order those items. And if you take advantage of this special, you can also pre-order in your kit some of the upcoming online exclusives. And let me tell you, they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. So we have a full collection coming out, Garden Meadow, pretty stamps, and beautiful designer series papers. Somebody there actually colored these designer paper patterns. And they weren't sure if they were done in oils or watercolors, but they're gorgeous. So you're going to love those. They're scenic. We love our scenic 6x6 pieces, right? There's also some embellishments, some ribbon, and then of course the stamps and dies. There's also the Fluffiest Friends stamp set, which if you like chunky, cute little critters, this is a stamp set and die set that you're going to absolutely want to have. There's also some glimmer paper coming out in 3 new colors. Pretty Peacock is the only one that's stuck in my head. So there are 2 other colors coming and some additional things that we don't even know about. But any of those items that we just talked about, you can add to your starter kit if you grab that special deal. And then the other thing that I wanted to make everyone aware of is tomorrow I launch my BOGO sale live over on Addicted Stamper BOGO 2023. That's a special group over on Facebook just for the BOGO sale. If you are not already a member of that, you want to go over and click the join button so that you can shop with me tomorrow starting at 4 p.m. I will be live showing lots and lots and lots of retired goodies, stamps, dies, punches, papers. I don't know, there might be some other things over there in the boxes that I've been prepping for a couple of weeks now. But I would love for you to come shop with us, and I would love for you to invite your friends to come shop with us. And again, the live starts tomorrow at 4 p.m. If you're not available then, hop on when you can. You're welcome to shop any of the products that are left over after the live. The albums will be fully loaded with those products that are left over by Thursday night at 9. Or, you know, I'm probably going to be live for a couple of hours. So join us as you can. All right. You're sick. Oh, Christy, I'm sorry. That's never good. That's never good. Okay. And then we have these 2 precious pine cones cards that we created last week together. And we did one with the Moody Mauve and one with Sweet Sorbet. Had to go back in my memory banks there for a minute. And the winner of these is Thelma Angel. So congratulations, Thelma. And you can let me know if you want the Moody Mauve or the Sweet Sorbet. And I'll bring those to you at club if that's okay. Thank you for watching and commenting. All right. So yes, it's been a little nutty. So I have one card design that I'm going to share with you, and it's a fun fold. Look at this pretty card with Merriest Trees. This is such a fun set to play with. And here we just created a beautiful Christmas tree with the cherry cobbler star, and then it opens up like this. How cool is that? I love that fold. Now this card will not stand up. I mean, it will, but you know, it may not stay up. It will stand up kind of like that, which I know is really hard to see with the camera being above me, but it kind of sits like that. Almost, you could call it almost a form of an easel card if you wanted to. Hey, Deborah. Sorry, my voice is giving out. I was trying to drink as much water as I could, or, you know, I got even some soda sitting here trying to keep myself lubricated with all the lives that I'm doing. And then the paper, and I know this paper you don't see a whole lot of up at the top, but this cute cherry cobbler pattern, that's one of the new papers that was launched on September 6th. This is the Shining Christmas paper. So this is in the online exclusive section of my website as well. And let me just share with you the patterns. So we've got some holly and berries. One side has the shiny foil. One side has the matte finish. You got it, Thelma. Okay, so there is the pattern that we actually used on the card, and that's the trees. That's what's at the top, which you can't really see. We've got some Christmas packages. We've got some candy canes. That always reminds me of cross stitch, that particular pattern. And then some argyle, I think is what we call that. Some ornaments. And some stripe. And with some Christmas lights. So cherry cobbler on one side, and then mossy meadow is the green that you see in the foil patterns. So very pretty package of paper. And true Christmas colors if you're a traditionalist, right? Where are my traditionalists for Christmas colors? I'm curious. Because I just created my next Stampa stack, and I've got some non-traditional in there. That is the new paper, Corinne. Yep. That came out on September 6th. It's in the exclusive online exclusives. Now I'm talking backwards. All right, so we are going to play. Sorry, trying to clear my throat. We are going to play with this to create this fun card. And I have it pre-cut. Mossy Meadow is our card base. And it, sorry, man, my voice. This is 3 3/4. No, this isn't the card base. This is the fold. This is 3 3/4 by 11. Yep. And we're going to score it at 2 3/4 and 7 3/4. And we get that fold. Okay. And then we're just going to mount our papers. We've got the big trees at the top, and then we're going to have the pretty pattern down here at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and actually crease those score lines with my fold. You love the traditional colors, and Betty does some of both. Awesome. No, I really like the cards. You'll see them soon. I really like the cards that I created for the Stampin' Stack. So I've got some pinks and some blues and Although I think some blues are traditional. I used azure. And I was not a big fan of azure. I forget what I just did recently. And I'm like, oh, I really like that color. So there is that pattern. And then our trees are going to go at the top. So this is an easy fun fold. If you like fun folds, but you don't want to rack your brain on all kinds of score lines and cut here and crease there, this is the one for you. Isn't that pretty? I hate to cover all that up. I'm trying to find, there it is. I'm like, I know I have a card base here. So we're going to do a cherry cobbler layer. And then this is going to get mounted right there. So easy layering, no stress, traditional. You're liking pink Christmas cards? Yeah, I got a really pretty one, I think. Pink and silver. And then we have the layer of cherry cobbler and basic white that we're going to stamp our tree on. So we're not actually going to use the dies. So this could almost qualify as simple stamping, right? Because no punching, no die cutting, basically just layering. And we're going to grab our Mossy Meadow ink and our basic white layer and something I can stamp off on. You love blue for Christmas cards? Yeah, blue, like snowflakes with blue and silver. Yeah. Me too. All right, so big stamp, photopolymer stamp. If you have problems getting it to take ink, make sure you're cleaning it well. If you're still having problems getting it to take ink, one of my tricks is I wear jeans a lot. And so when it's clean, I will rub it on my jeans because sometimes there's some of the material that they use to get the stamp to release from the mold. Some residue of that still left on the stamp, and that trick usually takes care of it. You use a lot of blue for Christmas cards? Yep. Night of Navy too, right? Night of Navy and like a balmy blue, or now this azure afternoon blue. I'm telling you, ooh, don't do that. I'm telling you, that's off stamp. There we go. This is a great stamp to use with your Stamparatus if you happen to be fortunate enough to have one of those, because if it doesn't come out the way you want it, obviously on the Stamparatus, all you have to do is re-ink and restamp, right? I'm being brave tonight. I'll take it. And then we have the detail image in the stamp set. So we're going to just do this full strength with Mossy Meadow. Verna likes pink. All right, good. Well, the Stamp-A-Stack will be announced on Friday, and it will be available to go or in person. So you'll look for all those non-traditional colors. It just comes out so pretty. And then I think I left my trunk over there. Let me go grab my trunk. And I'll talk while I go away. Oh my. All right, my trunk ran away from home. I had it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I should have kept him up a little bit higher, but that's okay. We're going to get a trunk on here anyway. Early espresso. There's our trunk. Cute little trunk image. There's even a die cut for the trunk. So if you're doing 3D with dimensionals, you can pop him up. And then we are actually going to use the dies. I said we weren't, but we are, because we are going to cut out that star for the top of our tree. See if Lori can get the dies. That's the country wreath dies. We don't want those dies. We want these dies. Look at how many dies. Tons and tons of dies. This is really cool, and I will show you on the next project that we're going to work on together. Because you see all these different trees. You stamp it once, and you can cut. You can do a 3D tree with it by just cutting the layers and popping each layer up. You can do the full tree, and then you have a variety of sizes that you can do. So I'm going to put the trunk back in. Not sure why I pulled him out. And grab the star that we're going to use. And I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to take it out of the top, because you don't want to take it out of the bottom, right? Because you'll see that, but the top is going to be hidden behind the mossy meadow. So if you don't happen to have a cherry cobbler scrap laying around, you don't have to cut a piece for just that tiny little star. Save your paper. And then we're going to need to take your pick tool. No, we're not, because it stayed on the plate. There's our star. And actually, that's a bigger one, but we're going to go with it because it goes well on that tree too. I used a smaller one on the sample. There we go. Now we can mount this to our card base. That's our cherry cobbler layer. And then so we're just going to put the adhesive at the top portion. Otherwise we seal our card, and we don't want to do that. Nobody's going to see that we die cut the star. And then we need one more piece of basic white that's going to go. I might need to trim this down just a little bit. That was 3 3/4 inches wide is our mossy meadow. So we're going to make this 3 1/2. And that's going to be our insert. Hey, Debbie. We'll stamp our greeting in cherry cobbler. The greeting I'm using comes from the Brightest Glow. That is one of the best overall Christmas greeting sets that I think we currently have. That was a little crooked. Let's try again. That's better. I'm going to close this up before Lori lays her hand in it. I know I'm the only one that ever does that, right? And there we go. We're going to put a Merry Christmas on there. That Merry Christmas comes from Cottage Wreath. That's a carryover Christmas set that's in the annual catalog. So if you're looking for that one, and that's a good one. If you're looking for that one, I'm being very brave because I've already mounted everything, right? So the winner will get this one because it didn't stamp right. But there we go. There goes my voice too. I can't wear it out. I need it for tomorrow for the sale. All right, so there's the first project. Now you're going to help me with this next one. I have it in my head and I just literally ran out of time, but I have some of it done. So let's play with the next one. All right. So I know that our card base is going to be basic white, which has something on it, but that's okay because we're going to use some of the. Oh, that's cool, Carol. Someday I'm going to figure out how to broadcast from my deck. We're going to use some of the Walk in the Forest Designer Series paper. That is such a great pack of paper, and especially whether you're traditionalist or you like the blues, right? Because it's all in there. We've got some balmy blue with snowflakes. We've got obviously some holly berries and greens. And I think we're going to go this way with it. So look, no one will ever know. Ooh, let's not mount that quite yet. I think I want a real red layer under it. What do you think? So you're enjoying watching the crazy lady go from one live to the next? Let's do a 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 layer. I don't think I'm going to cut anything out of that, although we certainly could, because it's a nice piece of cardstock that we're going to mount on here. And then this is going to need to be cut down to 5 1/4 by 4. Okay. Oops. It was hot today. Is it a nicer evening? I got home a little before 5. I was prepping stuff for the sale tomorrow. Lori had already put adhesive on the back of that. So now I'll have to design a card when we're off the live. All right. So I think then where I started down the path here was I took the dies, countryside dies, and I cut that large die out and I embossed it with the basics 3D embossing folder. I love this one. This one is like one of my favorite go-to patterns because it's just really 80 in New York. Okay, it's warm. It's warm. This is a nice neutral background. So we're going to mount that in the center. And then we're going to do some stamping of that tree. And we're going to cut that tree. So let me grab myself a piece of white here. And let's grab the big tree. Oh, good. Good, good. Well, I like that when it's a little warmer during the day and then it gets nice and cool at night. You can do sweatshirts and fire pits and all of that. Our anniversary is Thursday. I'm going to see if hopefully it's going to be nice out that night. I'm going to see if I can get my husband to do fire table with me. We're going to do garden green, right? Because that's what our background is with the pine. So this is another easy card. And we're going to off stamp this one as well. 97 in Texas. Woohoo! You've got some heat down there, my friend. And I know I don't want the bottom, so I'm going to just let it go off the bottom edge. And then just like we did with the Mossy Meadow, we're going to come back in full strength. And you know, if you don't want to mess with stamping the images, you can just die cut from your various green colors of cardstock. That would be cute on here too. All right, let's grab the dies. And we're going to use one of the smaller. So we're not going to cut the full tree out. I think we're going to do this one. No, I think it's going to be this one to fit on there, isn't it? Yep. Okay, so we're going to do that one. And look at this. I can line that up on there and just get, and it looks like a full tree. And we could put the trunk under it like we did on the first one. I don't know that I'm going to on this one, especially since I'd have to die cut it, right? Because I've already embossed my cardstock. I'm going to run that through. And we have that little tree there. We're going to repeat that just because. And I actually have one done. It's a little bit darker, but let's see what it looks like. Because all trees are not the same shade, right? Anybody have a favorite? What do you call it? I was going to say make. That's not right. Species, I guess, of Christmas trees. Like I know what, there's Fraser firs, there's all kinds of Christmas trees, right? Anybody have a favorite one? If that's your Christmas tree every year? Okay, now I'm going to cut a white one. Well, that'll be a nice break for you. Hey, Pam, good to see ya. That'll be a nice break for you, Corinne, down in Texas. The carpet saga for me continues, so that's my weekend. Supposedly, they're coming back for the 4th time. Yes, this will be the 4th time. To power stretch. Anybody ever had their carpet power stretched? Just the phrase scares me. All right, we're going to grab the green blending brush, I think. And here's why. Because we're going to stamp this greeting. Balsa. Oh, we cut our own too every year. I used to take my nephew. He is now in Michigan, so he will not be shopping with us this year. And he used to help his uncle cut it down and carry it out. So I don't know. We talk about it, but I love a real Christmas tree. And we truthfully were the only ones in the family at this point that still had a real Christmas tree. So it's kind of like, but again, I don't know that if he's going to be in Michigan and I don't even know if he's going to come home for Christmas, then do I really need to do that? But I'll miss it if we don't. So I didn't want to try to stamp it on garden green. I think it would have been okay, but I was a little worried how dark it might be. So we're going to just add some color here. This says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." But you know where I'm going with this one, right? Right in the middle. Oh, what do you think? I think that's kind of cute. This is what I had in my head. Okay, let's mount the two on the ends flat. I don't know. Should I restamp one of these and see if I can get these two to match? Like, I think the darker might be better. What do you think? Give me your opinion. Or are we good like this? And we definitely have 3 shades of Christmas trees there. Yeah. Yeah, I do like the real trees, I have to admit. We've looked at artificials over the years. I've just never found one that was the one. Well, now that I look at it, I kind of like 3 shades. What do you guys think? He likes your reaction. That's cute. It's interesting. I stamped that with the same inks on both of these. So this one I went very light, and this one I really took the ink off. Yes, well, and that was my brother's problem. Him and his ex-wife, they had allergies. Right, Thelma, that makes sense. That makes sense. Let's get some dimensionals out here. My husband's up in the kitchen doing something and he just hollered down, the cats like the real tree. And they do. It's crazy, these cats with the real tree. They like lay under it, they claim it, it's theirs. We probably keep it much longer than we should just for them. And they were never outdoor cats. So I'm not really sure why. Hey, Carol, how are you? You like the 3 shades? Okay, okay. Pam and Carol Zeezer like the 3 shades, so I do too, actually. All right, there are the 3 trees, but they need something, right? So I'm wondering, do I do a trunk just on that one to make it stand out a little different? What do you think? We got the trunk here somewhere, right there. And I certainly have enough scrap laying around. Yeah, well, and they keep going up everywhere, I know. And it does, it does make you feel a little sad that you're cutting a tree down, but if you go to the tree farms, we also know that they're replanting. But yeah, I know I've paid ridiculous sums of money. Ridiculous sums of money. We went somewhere last year. It was a different tree farm than we'd ever been to, I think. Because the one that we typically went to, oh, it had a petting zoo and you got a tractor ride and all this stuff, which was great when I had my nephew and he was young. But Rick and I don't need all that. So, and it was very reasonable and it was a really pretty tree. So we will probably go back there this year. And we went earlier than we've ever gone. We had the pick and it was like the perfect tree. I walked in, he pulled it out. It was already cut. Didn't have to go stomping through the woods. It was a cold day. And he pulled it out and he showed it to me. I'm like, so, I mean, it was like the perfect tree right off the bat. I have spent hours walking around fields looking for a tree. But with this set, we can make any tree we want, right? Little, short. Yeah, I think maybe both. Right? Can I get you up there? I'll have to trim it off a little bit so I can get it to stay on the white since I already mounted the white or the tree. Crooked trunk. And then we have those problems too, right? Okay, I like the trunk. And then let's see if we can find the smaller star. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. So this one I think is the smaller star. Let's go with the smaller. Don't you wish we sold the tape that they put our dies on the cardboard with? It's a little crazy how strong that tape is. All right. So we're going to cut out of, ooh, should we cut it out of gold or real red? Gold or real red for the star? Give me a vote. I've got the new gold glimmer paper, or we can do real red. Gold, 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 gold. Love it. I could build a house. I think I've already forgotten what I said, Debbie. Oh, that would be cute. Yep. All right, we're gonna trim off a piece of this gold. Phew. I'm like, oh, I might have cut that a little too narrow. Let's see. All right. Yep, that's gonna be cool, huh? Red would stand out. Should we do red on the other two? Or would that take away from this one? I love this paper. Like I said, we're getting that other glimmer paper in the 3 colors. It doesn't have the adhesive backing on it. It's so nice that this gold and silver does, and it cuts so nicely. Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly. It is that strong. You can build a house with it. Absolutely. What do we think? What else does it need? I have an idea. If I have any of them around. Do. See if we like any red pearls on the other 2 trees. Let's try this. I'm really bad at placing. Anybody else struggle doing that? Like, I know I'm supposed to have 5 on here. All right, we're going down there. I don't like that. Let's put this one over. Let's get another one here. All right, do we like the red on the other tree or no? The dots don't really stand out. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. They kind of get lost on there. They're not bright enough. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Well, we're gonna like some plain. Have we have ornaments, and I think I have some cut. Let me see if I can find the ones that I have cut out, because I think they're in red. Probably don't have enough of them cut out, but we can see if we like it. These are tiny. And they want to go sideways. Oh, I missed a pearl. What do we think of the ornaments? That's not a bad idea. I think I have some of them. See, this is what happens when we design together. Oh, I thought I did. Okay, I got a couple more options for us. No ornaments. You like them plain? No ornaments. Ornaments are too big. Goodbye, ornaments. I think these are going to be too big too. These are the adhesive back sparkle gems. Yeah, I think they're going to be too big too. I think we're going to leave them plain. What do you think? I don't think they show up either. I think we're going to leave them plain. It's just not working. Wait a second. What about? Yeah, I don't love that either, do you? I still see plain. They do sparkle, but I didn't like them on there. I just think they get lost, even on the darker. We might just have to go plain, guys. I would like to figure out a way to get some more red on there, but I think if we put in 2 more stars on, it's going to take away from the center tree. I mean, I think it's cute. Wink of Stella for sparkle on the trees themselves, like snow. That trunk really wants to go crooked. That will be very subtle. Okay, so I have the Wink of Stella. It's very subtle. It's not going to show up on camera. But there is a lot coming out. It shows up better on the darker tree. You can see it on the back of my hand. Okay. So there's the wink. But then I have one more crazy idea. How tiny a bow can we make? So now you know how I design. I sit and I play. Nope, it's going to be too big. It's going to overpower the tree. It's not small enough. And we don't have red baker's twine. No, I think it's too big. I think we're going to like it just like that. Maybe I should have stamped the "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" in red. I don't think there's enough room on the side to do anything with this. Yay, nay. See if Lori can tie a bow. This is not how Lori ties bows. Lori does air bows. And you're about to see why. Let's pretend that's cut off. I don't really like that either. I think it's plain. The new kit has red twine in it. Well, I don't have that yet. I don't. And I don't even think I have any old red twine around. Think we're going plain. All right. Well, there we go. There's another idea to do with the trees. If you guys make this card, figure out what you want what you want for that other embellishment, because I'm not coming. You know what I wish we still had was the red rhinestones. That's what I wish we still had. Because I think that would give us the glimmer and the. I love those red rhinestones. I was just telling my team, a couple of my team members, there should be a. Obviously, the tails would be shorter. There should be some staples that are always around. Like at Christmas time, we should always have the red rhinestones. And we could color rhinestones. I mean, obviously, we can do that with our blends. But yeah, I just think it's too big. The ribbon itself is too wide. I mean, I can keep making the bow smaller and smaller, but it's just too big. Just for grins and giggles, we'll do one more thing. I wish I had even a smaller star in there. What do you think? I don't know. That might be it. What do you think? Get my messy desk. It now is on camera too, huh? Too big. Okay. No. Okay. Like that. Obviously, the tails would be cut off. Judy likes the red bows. I kind of did too. All the trees should have red stars. Hold, please. Okay, just pretend that's up there. You don't see that gold behind it because it's not going to cooperate. Do you like the red bow? Do you like the red stars? Look at something like that. Night, Carol. I think if we do all 3 red stars, then the bow is overkill from a red perspective. Don't you pull out on me. Which you did. I don't mind all 3 red stars. And then if we put the white sequin, glitter sequin in the center, that's too much red then. I see red stars, just a red one for the middle with the bow. Red star, middle tree only, red bow across the corner. Okay, so take this away is what I'm hearing. This is going to be our final thing. I'm not getting that gold one off because it's on with the adhesive paper. There's that. Tweak the bow here a little bit. I like this thinner. The other red ribbon that we have is wider, and I like the thinner red ribbon. And then we're going to put that in the corner with a glue dot. Just like that. Do we want any bling in the center of the star? I've got gold too, but there's white, which kind of goes better with the background and the label that we have them mounted on. And I think the wink needs to be on all 3 trees, which does scare me just a little bit because I don't want the grating to bleed out. Okay, what do we think? I kind of like that with the sequin in the center of the red star. Yay! I see lots of yeses. Yeah, I think that worked. I think that was the answer. All right, so yay, great contributions, ladies. Thank you very much. Like I said, I had the beginning idea, just ran out of time to finish it, so I appreciate your input. I think that's really cute. And if I can clean up the mess, I'll bring the other card in so you can remember what we did to start, which was our fun fold, right? Push everything off screen. So this was our fun fold, easy fun fold, just a layer. And then there is the one we did together. All right. Hey, thanks so much, ladies, for hanging out with me and helping design a card. That's always fun. We do that a lot over on Facebook. I think it's the first time I've done it here on YouTube. Have a wonderful evening. If you're looking for something to do tomorrow morning and you like Halloween, come check me out at 10 o'clock over on my Facebook page. We'll be doing a Halloween card over there. And then at 4 o'clock Eastern time, let me emphasize Eastern time, we will kick off the BOGO sale. Okay, and that is on Addicted Stamper BOGO 2023. So go to Facebook, find that group, and click join. You don't need to be approved, and you will be in, like Flynn, to shop and get twice the value for your dollar, because you're gonna claim your retired items, and then you're gonna go shopping in the online store for the equivalent value and get the retired stuff for free. So you can't beat that. All right, have a fabulous night. Thanks again, ladies. Be safe, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye, guys.